Rosario.J.Rebeline, Assistant Professor of English from ES College of Nursing. Here I am going to present a topic on marriage. So, first of all, I would like to give an introduction about marriage. Marriage is an institution which admits men and women to family life. It is a stable relationship in which a man and a woman are socially permitted to have children, implying the right to sexual relations. Marriage is a ritual that implies the husband to regard his wife as a God-given gift. Definitions of marriage. Malinowski says that marriage as a contract for the protection and maintenance of children. Horton and Hunt says that marriage is the approved social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. And we'll see the marriage customs in India. We'll see the historical perspective where marriage has been a cornerstone of societal organization for centuries, serving as a fundamental unit for family formation, kinship ties, and economic stability. When we are seeing in the contemporary context, modern society witness evolving definition of marriage with greater emphasis on individual choice, legal recognition of same-sex unions, and diverse family structures. Next slide we'll see about the social customs relating to marriage. Social customs relating to marriage. Indian weddings are traditionally multi-day affairs and involve many intricate ceremonies such as painting of the hands and feet of a bride called mehendi. Garlands are presented to guests of honor instead of corsage, and lots of flower or rose petals are thrown for good luck. On the day of wedding, the bride and groom sit in the mandap and rituals like Kanyadan or Kanyavaram, Gandhi Bandhan, tying of knot of sari with groom shawl, Mangal Faras, sacred rounds, 7 vows taken by the couple. An exchange of garlands, Havan, Shantipad, and Visarjan are the customs related to marriage. Next, we'll see the rituals and ceremonies as a symbolic journey of marriage. First one is engagement ceremony. The engagement ceremony is a formal commitment between the two families signifying the beginning of the marriage process. It often involves exchanging rings and gifts. Wedding ceremony. The wedding ceremony, the heart of the celebration, next involves a series of rituals that differ based on religious traditions. These rituals may include the exchange of vows, the tying of the knot, and blessings from elders. Third one is reception. Following the wedding ceremony, a reception is held to celebrate with family and friends. This festive event includes meals, dancing, music, and joyous merriment. Next one is marriage rituals and ceremonies. Rings, symbol of commitment and the joining of two individuals, often worn as a visible reminder of the marital bond. Next one, the cake, traditional symbol of celebration and shared joy, signifying the sweetness and abundance of a new beginning. Vows are expressed and promises are made between partners outlining shared commitments, love, and aspiration for future. Wedding festivities, we can see songs, dances, and feast as a wedding festivity, and we can see that 7 days Indian marriages are often celebrated over multiple days with elaborate ceremonies, music, dancing, and feasts. And 100 guests are invited and reflecting the close-knit familial and social networks that characterize Indian culture. 1,000 dishes are 1,000 dishes, a diverse array of dishes. A diverse array of dishes, 1,000 dishes are being the part of the ceremony. A diverse array of dishes from traditional curries and rice dishes to sweet and desserts are prepared to delight guests. Forms of marriage. we'll see the different forms of marriage: polyandry, polygamy, monogamy, companionate marriage, experience marriage. So now we'll see the explanation for a polyandry marriage. It is a form of marriage whereas one woman marries more than one man at a given time. This form of marriage is further divided into two as fraternal polyandry and non-fraternal polyandry. Fraternal polyandry is a form of marriage whereas one man marries more than one man at a given time, those who are related as brothers by birth. The children are treated as the offspring of the eldest brother. Non-fraternal polyandry. It is a form of marriage whereas one woman marries more than one man at a given time, those who are not related as brothers by birth. Next one is polygyny. It is a form of marriage in which one man marries more than one man at a given time. This form of marriage is divided into two. One is sororal polygyny and non-sororal polygyny. Sororal polygyny is a form of marriage wherein one man marries more than one woman at a given time. These are related as sisters by birth. Non-sororal polygyny, it is a form of marriage wherein one man marries more than one woman at a given time. Those are not related as sisters by birth. Monogamy. It is a form of marriage wherein one man marries one woman at a time. This is the leading form of marriage. Its advantages are now well recognized. It also produces the highest type of affection and sincere devotion. Companionate marriage. Companionate marriage. The marriage of two persons on the understanding that as long as there are no children, the marriage may be dissolved simply by mutual consent. Experimental marriage. In this form of marriage, a man and a woman may be allowed to lead marital life temporarily in order to find out if they can settle down permanently in matrimonial relations. If they find that they have well-matched personality, they may enter into permanent marriage relations, otherwise depart from each other. Rules of marriage based on prohibition. Endogamy. So endogamy is a type of marriage where life partners are selected within the groups, must be of same caste, tribe and religion. Exogamy is opposite to endogamy, in which an individual marry outside his or her own group, such as Gotra village. So we'll see the marriage based on status. Esogamy. Esogamy marriage takes place between two individuals belonging to equal social status. And anisogamy. Anisogamy is a marriage done between two individuals belonging to different social status. Based on preference. Cross cousin. Marriage is done to his or her parental uncle, aunt's daughter or son. It has occurred in Odisha and still occurring in Rajasthan and Odisha. It is occurring in Rajasthan and Odisha. Parallel cousin. Marriage takes place between children of either two sisters or two brothers. It happens in Muslim marriages. Levirate Devar Vivaha. In this type of marriage, women marry her husband's brother after death of her husband. It happens in Munda, Gond, Toda. These are the tribal people. Tribes were Munda, Gond and Toda. Surrogate Sali Vivaha. Man marry his wife's sister after death of his wife. So we'll see the influence of marriage and family on health and health practices. Family, marriage and their influence on health and health practices. Family is the most important social unit which fulfill the needs of the individual. Every individual is living in the family from the time of birth to death. It is largely determines the health of the individuals. It largely determines the health of the individuals. Positive conditions of the family promote the health of its members and negative condition causes health problems to them. Consanguineous marriage of the parents. Economic status of the family. We'll see the economic status of the family. Personality of the parents, alcoholism and drug addiction display also influences family, marriage, and their influence on health and health practices. Family is the most important social unit which fulfills the need of the individual. Every individual is living in the family from the time of birth to death. It largely determines the health of the individuals. Positive condition of the family promote the health of its members and negative conditions causes health problems to them. Consanguineous marriage of the parents also influences the health of the family and marriage. Economic status of the family also influences the health, and personality of the parents also influences the health. Alcoholism and drug addictions also influences the health. Culture and caste background of the family and gender inequality also influences on health. Positive and negative effects of family on health. We'll see the social relationship. Supportive family relations such as sense of belongingness and connectedness, trust and respect among family members impacts health positively. Supportive family is also a supportive family. A well caring family provides both economic and emotional support. Supportive parenting with proper supervision can prevent smoking, alcohol, and drug abuse, teenage pregnancies, HIV, and sexual diseases. Health of parents and children. Health of both parents and children are interconnected. Health condition of children can have an impact on health of parents. Family practices. Habits like oral health, bathing, other personal hygiene practices, cooking, eating pattern, exercise, and other lifestyle practices learned at home may remain unchanged throughout their life. Diet pattern. Family environment play an important role in the development of child's eating pattern and diet quality. It teaches what to eat, how to eat, when and with whom to eat. And we can see family income also plays a greater role here. The level of family income directly relates to health. While affluent people can afford nutritious meals, health insurances programs, wealthier family can afford better medical care and healthier lifestyle for protecting and improving health. Low income status is associated with adverse health outcomes such as shorter life expectancy, higher infant mortality, greater number of deaths due to communicable and non-communicable diseases. So, women education. Women are the major coordinators of care and linked to the health care system for their families. Her role is affected by social status, education, employment, and cultural practices. Illness or disability in family. Chronic or serious diseases affect not only an individual but also his entire family. When family member becomes ill, other must alter their lifestyle and take on some additional responsibilities which adversely affects their own role functioning. Family dynamics. Stress and conflict in family life can give an adverse effect on the family of health of the family members too. Importance or functions of marriage. Regulation, sex life and sex relations of the individual. So there should be a regulation of sex life and sexual relations in the individual. And family also establishes family formation. Marriage insists the couple to establish family by procreation. It provides economic cooperation, and marriage develops intense love and affection towards each other. It also helps intellectual cooperation among them. It also minimizes the social distance between groups. It also has a permanent relation and emotional support. Legislation on family and marriage in India. So we'll see all types of acts over here. The Prevention of Sati Act 1829. The Hindu Widow Remarriage Act 1856. The Civil or Special Marriage Act 1872. The Hindu Marriage Act 1955, the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, the Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929, the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956, Medical Terminal of Pregnancy Act 1971, Family Court Act 1984. The Prevention of Sati Act 1829. We'll see the explanation of the Prevention of Sati Act 1829. Widows are often forced to make a vow or sankalpa to die after their husband's death. Sri Raja Ram Mohan Roy took up the cause of women and impressed upon. And Lord Bentinck, the British Governor General of India, brings out a legislation prohibiting the sati. The formation of Sati Act 1829 includes saving the lives of widows and punishing and fining those instigates the practices of sati. Hindu Widow Remarriage Act 1855 conveys through prevention of Sati Act, even though widows were saved, but they were subjected to exploitation and humiliation. Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar brought pressure on British government to make legal provision for Widow Remarriage Act. So the Special Marriage Act 1872, the Civil Marriage Act 1872. This is provided legal permission for intercaste, interreligious and registered marriages. It was modified in 1954. Couple has to inform the marriage officer a month before the scheduled marriage and 2 witnesses has to be present during the time of marriage. We'll see the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. This act is applicable for the citizens of India, which includes Jains, Sikhs, Buddhists and the scheduled castes. Condition for valid marriage was provided under this act, and it also prohibits polygyny and polyandry and child marriage. The bridegroom must have completed 21 years of age and bride 18 years of age. Equal rights for men and women in marriage is given over in this act. Given permission for inter-caste and inter-religious marriages. Condition under which divorce as per this act. If the person is lunatic or mad at the time of marriage, the spouse must have been impotent at the time of marriage. The wife was pregnant by some person other than the petitioner at the time of marriage. You can apply for divorce under this act. The dissolution of marriage may be obtained on the grounds of cohabitation not resumed after 2 years judicial separation. Adultery, unsound mind, rejection, conversion of religion, sexual transmitted diseases, leprosy, desertion for 7 years can apply for divorce under this act. Dowry Prohibition Act 1961. It permits exchange of gifts for not more than Rs 2,000. It prescribes the penalty of 6 months imprisonment or a fine up to Rs 5,000 or both. The Act got amended in 1986 and thereafter its rules become still more severe. It does not apply for Muslims. Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929. According to this act, boys under 18 years of age, girls under 14 years of age, if get married is an offence. Later, the act was amended in 1978 to 21 years of age for boys and 18 years of age for girls. Violence of Act prescribes penalty of 3-month imprisonment and Rs 1,000 fine. Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act 1956. The Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1956 provides provision for childless women. The Act to right to adopt a child, to claim maintenance from the husband if she is divorced. Medical Terminal of Pregnancy Act 1971 legalizes abortion, conceding the right of a woman to undergo abortion on the ground of physical and mental health. Family Court Act 1984 provides justice to women who get involved in family disputes. Conclusion. Here we conclude marriage is a very important right in life. The main aim of marriage is in tradition and religious setting is to procreate and have children to fulfill the world and continue one's generation. There are number of characteristics, types and functions of marriage. Understanding problem, family conflicts, dowry, in-laws, intercaste, interstate, intercountry are some of the problems that are faced by some of the marriages. A good marriage is a connect of generosity. It is told by Diane Sawer. Thank you.